Hello, patrons! I've been doing some organizing and cleaning up on Patreon and came across a plugin that's been there for a while called Lazy Kenneth. It looks like this. Some of you have probably downloaded it and tried it. But it's not in the download hub. It's on an early post from the start when I started the Patreon site. And there's no setup files, or haven't been anyway. And I decided to create setup files for this and place it in the download hub. And so it's there and for you to try. This is a plugin that I made as a pun for a client. His name is Kenneth. And it was back in, I think it was like 2013 or something. He made a album and his tracks had a lot of low-end information and a lot of bass lines and different sounds. And they collided with the kick, so it was hard to get the kick cut through the mix and have some, get it punchy. So I asked him, can you put a sidechain compressor on bass-heavy elements that are sidechain against the kick so that the kick gets more room in the mix? And he said that he wasn't bothered. He didn't care. He said, you fix it. And I bit on for fun. But as a pun, I created Lazy Kenneth and sent it to him and said, put this on every channel and dial it in to what the amount you like, where you think it sounds good, and be done with it. So what this does is that it will duck the level on every quarter note. So it's made for techno and trance and house and stuff like that, where you have kicks on every quarter note. And he did that, and it turned out really well. In some ways, it was better than the sidechain kick. It was had more control, in a sense. And we decided to release this, and we did, and it got very popular. Then a few years later, when I and Patrick, who used to be a part of Noisebud, we decided to try to create 64-bit versions and Mac versions. We just did 32-bit versions for Windows before that. And we used this as a test plugin to see if we could port it. So this version is not the official version. This is the version that we made to port it to Mac. And it actually turned out better than the original, but we never released it because we had some license issues. We couldn't release it at the time. So it's just been laying around on a hard drive until I started Patreon, and I realized that now we can release it because the license issues were solved. So I put it on Patreon, but I didn't made a setup file, just put it there. And didn't made a video or anything. It was just a post with the files. So I don't think that everyone have found this. So let's change that. Let's go to the main screen. Here we go. And we put Lazy Kenneth there. I thought I'd demo this quick. It's so easy to use this. So doesn't really need a demo, but let's do it anyway. So we have a project here with some drums. Sounds like this. And then we have sub bass. Sounds like that. We have some squeaky sounds. And we have a pad. Every sound except for the drums are going into a bus where we have placed Lazy Kenneth. So let's start by playing just the bus. So these are the sub, the squeak, the pad sound, and we have Lazy Kenneth on there. And I'm gonna hit play, and I'm gonna raise this so you can hear what it does without the drums. So it ducks at every quarter note. Really simple. There are two methods. There's a filter method, which is more transparent. It will just take away the low end and leave everything, and it works extremely well if you don't want the ducking effect. You just want to get rid of the low end when the kick hits. Then the filter method is really cool. We can play that as well, and you can see that it's harder to hear that's there. Let's play this with the drums, and we start with the classic method. So that's how it sounds. Let's try the filter method as well. Yeah, so that's this week's little treat, because this is a little gem if you're doing house or techno and stuff like that. It's so quick, just put it on, poof, problem solved. It's really fast to work with. So have fun with it, and I see you next week. Bye bye.